Hey, Ryan here. Just want to show you GHL Control private beta release. So we sign in to show you the demo. So let's just sign in. Got the couple of things here. So the first thing we want to do is connect. You can connect via one of these. Hang on, we got, yep. So we can connect via one of these methods. You can use the OAuth connection through the marketplace. That will give you all the scopes you need. You don't have to worry about it. However, I kind of do recommend that you just choose the authentication method that's going to suit you best, because you might need private integration token rather than installing it. So we've got really generous plans, up to 50 locations on this thing called the growth plan. If you have a look at the pricing, it's like really cheap. So it's like $25, you get 50 locations. It's ridiculous. Moving on, so just looking at some of the functionality, the idea is that we are seeing the existing custom fields for this location. So we're going to do new, it's text, and then bang, we can create a new field. We can do the same thing with values. So I can do like my age, right? And it's a text value. The value was 39. Great. We can also do images for these types of things. So it's like, my logo, when you want customers to upload logos, maybe they send them to you, then you can grab that file and you can stick that as an image into the media library, right? So what it does is it stores the image in the media library, grabs the URL, and then that becomes the URL for the image, right? So if you want to see which images you got, you just go to the gallery and you can see which images are in fact custom values, and of course tags. Create a new tag, and then of course trigger links. Be like my trigger link, and that can be anything you want. Boom, and just move my face out the way. And then of course media library, right? So media library, great, bang, there's a new image. Bush, it's uploaded. Of course I can list the list, and then I can do 1, 2, delete, and you can do mass deletion. One of the other cool things is that you can compare locations, right? So I got this location 1 from agency A, and I got a location B from another location, right? So then I can run comparison across those two locations. I've got my age and my logo as the two custom values. And then in B, I've got all this other stuff that only exists in B. And then I've got 3 matches. So if I look at the matches only, I've got 1, 2, 3. So they exist in both locations, even though they're not in the same same agency. And I can do that across fields, links, etc. And I could run a sync, or I could export the results to a CSV so that I could give that to, say, I don't know, a PA, something like that, and say, do something with it, which is good. Then what else do I want to do? I want to look at the usage. So if I look at, say, the custom values, and I select those ones there, just go here. So with custom fields, you sometimes get a snapshot, and maybe you get 5 snapshots, 10 snapshots, and they all stack on top of each other. And maybe you just audit the usage. Okay, so you can do a scan and see how many fields actually have values in your contacts and opportunities. Now, in a location that doesn't have a lot, right, you might think, all right, well, that's, who cares, right? But here's a whole bunch in this. And if I go audit usage, I'm not going to give me that because the code's wrong. But if I use my OAuth, what it will do is it will give you a percentage of used versus unused. And then it will show you which ones are unused. And then if you just want to go and delete them, it's a nice audit. It's a nice way to clean that up. Then I think I showed you the comparison. So the comparison's there. We can do cloning, right? So we've got custom values. I can select many, and I can do copy to location, and I can choose another location. Again, this can be across agencies. And I can copy those and clone those values directly to that new location. And then I can switch out, go back to the new location, and be working directly in this location immediately. So I can clone, I can sync, I can export, I can import, custom values. I can import custom fields. So if we wanted to, I can get a CSV. It tells you the format requirements, tells you a template that you can download. So this template will just show you what kind of format you need to have them in. And then I've got onboarding wizards. So I can create a new wizard, and I'm going to call this the Bronze SaaS plan. And this is new client info. And then I'm going to link it to this location here. I'm going to create another page. I'm going to create the first page called personal info. And then the second page is going to be called the business info. Now, you might not do it exactly like this, but what I can do is I can just start adding in instructions. So I'm going to make this heading 1. I'm going to say, welcome to your new SaaS plan. Okay, and I want to add some additional instructions, and I want to say, as a paragraph or a subtitle, I'm going to say, please fill in the fields below. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, cool. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to get them, actually, just grab that. So I'm going to get some media files. I'm going to make it required. And then I'm going to go to the personal info page, and I've got a custom value here, and the custom value is going to be based on the existing list of custom values. It's going to be that custom value. So it actually just maps to the custom value, and it's going to be your first name. And I could use custom fields as well. So I'm going to say, as I'm building this, do I want to use an existing customer field? No. I'm going to create a brand new one. I'm going to call this, weight, because it's a gym, right? And I could put, my placeholder, and I'm going to make it required. Save that draft, preview what it looks like. Here's my Bronze SaaS plan, the custom value, the custom field, and then when they go next, and this was my title page that I put the wrong way around, and then I can actually add media directly into the media file, into the media library. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do around trigger links, media uploads, tags, additional instructions. You can even add your logo here. So you can add a logo, for instance, like that's a pretty big logo. So I'm going to just reduce that down to 350 by 350. I can change the primary color of various things, change the background color, and show you the progress indicator. Save that draft. Now, if I click on publish and click share link, it generates the link. And now what we do is we have the branded onboarding plan. It looks like this. And of course, it saves my steps as I go along. And I can brand this how I want to brand it. And I can put my logo in here. And I can make this look really nice. And so, of course, I can choose an image. It'll upload that image. And then once I'm happy that I've submitted everything, and maybe I just need to go back, put something in here and go next. And then what I can do is I can hit submit. And that information is actually being submitted directly into the account or the sub account that is linked to it. So we can go back to our wizards and we can see, here's a wizard that we created. I got one submission. The last submission was submitted just now. This one's set it as a published status. And where are we to from here? Well, we've actually got the ability that you're going to be able to do your social accounts and those types of things. So if you're familiar with the tools that allow you to send links to people where they connect social media and those types of things without them having to log in, that's coming this week. That'll be there for tomorrow, probably before anybody even uses it, it'll be there. And then we're going to be doing voice AI agent creation. You can actually build voice agents directly from here. So when they're filling in the custom values, they're well along the path of creating those type of agents as well. So that is everything. So I will stop the share. And if you're interested, comment interested, and we'll get you in the private beta. Thanks.